the local government elections fast approaching, we take a look now at the challenges faced by various communities. This morning, we shift focus to Limpopo, where the MEC for Cooperative Governance, Basikopo Makamu, is presenting the Fenja Kraul Informal Settlement. This is an upgrade project to the Bela Bela Municipality, and residents in that area say they are concerned about the lack of progress and development in the projects meant to offer services to the community. The construction of a 6 million rand power station, for example, at the Leseding in Bela Bela, it stopped in 2018 due to a lack of funds. Let's talk now to the MEC to get some context. MEC, very good morning to you. So the area you are in is where you are going to be presenting an informal settlement upgrade project. Talk to us about this project. When you say this is an upgrade of an informal settlement, what exactly are we talking about?
Thanks, Coley, and to the viewers. I'm in an area called Fenja Kraul. It's part of Bela Bela Ward 9. This is an area where people who have been located here are historically from Namibia. They were given to settle here. The municipality bought this land some other time, long time ago. But it's an area where you don't have electricity. It's an area where you don't have water. The population is area where the structures which are here are not necessary. We have been battling with this project where we have completed the design, where we are going to service almost 1,000 sites in this area. The contractor has been appointed. I handed over the contractor to the community and to work with the community to service those 1,000 sites. We are also going to build about 215 what we will call RDP houses here to the qualifying beneficiaries. We are also going to make sure that all those houses get to be electrified, but also get a bulk supply to the community, because as we speak now, they don't necessarily have. It's a community that you will not necessarily believe it's still here, where you only find that the electricity is only in the whole settlement, it's only at the school level. Okay. But with the project, which is almost 85 million that we are going to bring here, is going to resolve those issues of water, those issues of electricity, and those of sight. But as for now, the people are just in an informal settlement. We have done the township establishment already, and then now it has been formalized. The municipality has approved. Then we are going to the actual construction. All right.
So this has yet to be built. Therefore, you are simply there to, in a way, do what is commonly seen by government officials as almost a sword-turning event. Is that it?
Exactly that. We are coming to do that, sword-turning, but also to introduce, because we have realized, especially in the human settlement, that contractors must be handed over by us as politicians, so that they can be able to work with communities, because we represent the communities ourselves. So I was coming to do that, so that when the project starts, it will not be that people come here, they stall the project. I explain the scope of the project personally as the MEC, and the community buy into what we're talking about, because they might not have been the ones that inputted when we're dealing with the design and the public participation as to what is it that needs to be done here. And to just confirm the district development model. I was with the executive mayor of Water back here. I was with the local mayor. I was with the deputy minister in the office of presidency, MEC Makamu, so that we can be seen as what government want to deliver this project and commit to our people, because normally projects get to stall on the way. Okay. So this one, we have even appointed direct people who will be reporting to the MEC now and then on the net.
How much is this project estimated to cost the COCTA department?
We have put aside 85 million to make sure that the project, or the first stage of the project, like I said, we are going to take these 1,000 sites with water, electricity, and sewer. We are only going to build the first batch of houses of 215 to the qualifying beneficiaries. That will be what we will say the first phase is complete when all those things that I'm talking about we're able to see. The area does not even have streets where we are. The project will start by trying to make sure that the demarcated sites are properly done, because when they settled, they just came in as when they cut their piece of land and structure themselves. So we are busy trying to formalize it when we say it's an informal settlement upgrading.
All right. So the province of Limpopo seems to be very preoccupied with upgrading what is essentially our informal settlements into these fancy type looking structures. But there's nothing fancy here, MEC. If we look back, for example, to the Talana informal settlement with about 40 tin shelters that you were looking to upgrade. I think this was discovered last year sometime, with each particular shelter costing about 64,000. How different is your project going to be to that one, which I understand cost your department about 15.3 million?
Well, I must indicate, Koli, that the putting of the check was not necessarily the upgrading of the informal settlement. We are still going to go to Talani and do the upgrading. There we are going to build what we call community residential units. The plans are in place. We are going to do that. What we were doing at the time of the checks, we were trying to decongest people during the COVID, because there were informal settlements, there are checks there. And I think I must indicate, Koli, that on 2 occasions in that particular area, the checks had to catch fire at 2 occasions, and we lost life. So we're trying to decongest people, which is a project which I think did not necessarily go right. And I think by now you know SIU has issued the report. The minister is acting on that because it mainly affected the HGA as our implementing agent. This
so wait right there, MEC.
Here we are coming to build.
All right, just give me a sec. Exactly where you are. You have just told us, and this is information that is readily public, by the way, that the Special Investigating Unit, after investigating this matter, it found that the tender in question was fraudulently awarded. Who should be held accountable within your department?
The department has appointed HGA, which is the agency of the human settlement nationally, which the executing authority in this case is the Minister of Human Settlement. The SIU has briefed the minister has briefed me as the MEP. There are some few individuals within HGA which are being fingered for wrongdoing. I think by now you know that there are companies and the owners who have been arrested for fraudulently submitting some documents there. It has nothing to do with the department. It's only our money, and I must indicate that out of the 15.3 million, the only amount which has been paid at the time we saw this thing was only 2.5 million. The rest of the money has been gathered, is still available to be utilized by the department. But also the recommendation from the SIU is going towards making sure that we recover the 2.5 million that has been paid. So that is another process that we are going to comply and waiting on. But what I'm doing here is to bring a project that will be able to resolve the challenges of failing or not having water here, not having electricity here, not having sewer here, not having streets here. So we are responding to that. And I'm saying the 85 million, we think we've done proper study that it will be able to complete the first phase of the project.
And can you guarantee the nation that we are not going to hear corruption when it comes to this 85 million rand project at Vingerkraal?
The reason why I came here, personally, I didn't want the project to start. I introduced the contractor, not only the issue of the corruption, but also to deal with the shoddy work that we see in some other instances. The community, that they must be able to be beneficiary, but at the same time, play an oversight that good and proper work gets to be done. with the district development manager. It is for the department to do this, but I have requested the executive mayor and the local mayor to say that this project is not for Coxa, it's for us as government. We can't allow government every day to be said to be failing to do when all of us deployed in this responsibility. All of us have got the responsibility to come here and oversee, and the portfolio committee responsible for Coxa must continually visit the project and see what is the plan and what is the actual on the ground at the same. And I don't have a reason not to commit myself when the president said we must make sure that we utilize each and every resources to our communities. And we're doing exactly that in this project. All
right, that's the Limpopo MEC for Cooperative Governance, Basikopo Makamu. And he says he's there on a sword-turning event, but it's not exactly how the notice here says there very clearly. MEC for Cooperative, Basikopo Makamu, is going to officially present an informal settlements upgrade project. It's a sword-turning event for now.